know the show, then and that you feel like you'll see the same thing in our staging, it'll definitely be different. It's our own take. It's Atlantis' own take, and it's a fresh, new, invigorated take on the show.
We have a question here from Miss Frida.
Actually, I was going to ask about the set design. Do you have an idea already? Like, is it going to be filled with highs? And about maybe the choreography? Is it going to be intricate choreography, or about the production design?
I don't know how much we can share.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. We will see into that.
Yes.
It's gonna be good.
But who is doing it?
The set designer is David Gallo.
He's a Broadway Tony Award winner. He did the sets of Drowsy Chaperone, and he won a Tony for it. And also the sets of Sesame Street.
Atlantis has worked with him before. He did the set of Saturday Night Fever and the set of Nine. Yeah.
So just imagine the same level, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Better.
Because I own it.
We have a question here from Sir Edwin.
Hello. Good evening. What was going through your minds when you started to learn the songs that Sarah Bareilles wrote for this musical? General impressions. Do you have favorites already?
You know, it's so funny because every time we rehearse a
There's a
song,
new-
someone goes, "That's my favorite song," but then they say it for like all the songs.
She's not exaggerating. That's really what happens.
Yeah.
It just has a way of growing on you.
Yeah.
You think you like this song,
And then
and after a while, you're in a different mindset, and this speaks to you. Like, it's amazing how she's written these songs that just hit so hard when they do.
And yeah, it's funny because the music of this story is what a lot of people would consider more, let's say, pop, because it's the way Sarah, the first name, the way it was, parang it's like, oh, because it's more of a pop musical as opposed to something that's more traditional. Despite the pop, underbelly, the lyrics, the stories that the lyrics tell are so, like I said, hard-hitting, deep, and they really, really tug at your heartstrings. And at the same time, the hooks of all the songs are so nakaka-LSS. Like I always say, oh, this is my favorite song. Yun pala, it's because dun kami nakafocus kasi we're staging Act 1. Bigla, when we started staging Act 2, iba na, ito na yung favorite song ko. Because, it's, parang just as good, if not better than all of its other, mga kasama in the show.
We have a question here from Sir Nicky.
Hi, good evening. I just wanted to know though, because the musical is all about celebration of friendship. So, between you guys, what kind of friendship have you formed, being together for how many weeks now, rehearsing?
Yeah,
There are some lines I'm starting to mean. Like, it's amazing how quickly this cast has bonded. There's a line for you that I say, and I mean it, like I'm in it for life. Because the level of commitment that these people put in the production, that's not a friendship you let go of. The love for the material, it's precious to see this unfold. So, yeah guys, I'm sorry, I'm in it for life.
Stay with us.
What she said. Yeah, like we're laughing almost every day. Yeah.
Basically, that
Crying.
says it
Laughing
all.
and crying every day. That's a waitress for
It's like, of course, the rehearsal period is always very, very tiring. But with this one, you look forward to every rehearsal, even if you're so tired already. Because it's like, also Bobby creates this wonderful atmosphere and vibe within the rehearsal room. It's full of love. And everyone is just amazing to work with. And I feel very privileged to be part of that cast.
Thank you. And you know how Jenna, if you're familiar with the show, you know that Jenna has funny names for each of the pies that she makes. at rehearsal, we always have a pie of the day. So if someone does something particularly interesting on Monday, that person's gonna have the pie of the day on Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Special shout out to someone who's absent from the cast, George Schultz.
Reggie Schultz.
He has a lot of pies.
He has
Yes,
the pies,
a lot of
yeah.
pies to it.
At this point, probably,
A
yeah.
lot of pies.
Siya yung leading right now.
May mga inside joke na kami.
Yes, we have a question here from a blogger friend, Miss G.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. I just want to ask Miss Bituin, what is your highlight and your takeaway in doing this musical?
That you can take all the ingredients from your day, bad traffic, a really good rehearsal, and come up with spectacular art. You know, it's what Jenna does. She takes the ingredients of her life and puts it in a pie, and it's heaven. So that's my biggest takeaway. No matter how bad your day is or how good, it fuels your art. That's it.
Thank you so much.
Can you like tell us a little background there? Is this gonna be like for an audience that's just adults, or can this be watched by a little younger crowd?
My daughter is 7, and yeah, she's gonna watch it. I mean, this is it's a powerful story. It's real life, you know, and this is it's important to me as a father that she sees the bonds and you know the happiness, yet also the struggles that this you know this woman is going through, where she draws her strength from her friends. You know, and you know, even though some of the other surroundings around her are not pleasant, you know, me as a father, I want to expose my daughter to that reality. I think it's better for you know not just adults, better for kids as well. I mean, that's just my very liberal opinion.
I'm taking my kids to.
All right. Have you had the chance to actually read the book and compare it to what you guys are doing on stage? I mean the motion picture.
Yes. Well, I've seen the movie.
I've seen the movie.
It's pretty good. A lot of the lines from the movie are actually lifted and put into the book of the show.
Mm.
So, and what's fun is that first line of Palmater in "You Matter to Me," I could find the whole meaning of life. That's a line that Nathan Fillion delivered in the movie,
Mhm.
in what they were baking in the kitchen. So it's nice to see what they cherry picked.
In the opening of the
Yeah.
song.
So what's your favorite pie so far?
Hi.
If you had to choose,
Hi.
Okay.
To eat.
like the ones you ate, or probably the ones you like
In the
made
play.
In the show.
Yeah,
show.
You know, and I have a really.
There's one we want to try.
Yeah.
We want to make it. I don't want to make pie, but I want to make this one. It's called "Betrayed by My
Betrayed by
Eggs"
yeah.
pie.
Wow.
Betrayed by my eggs. I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
All the ingredients by themselves are delicious.
Yeah,
so-
they sound good, no?
they sound good all together.
Parang it would sound good as, it would taste good as an empanada.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. You should watch so you know what we're talking
Interesting.
about. Yeah.
Okay. Because most of these are probably inside jokes, or
Well, they're in the material.
It's actually the story. The
Mm.
story. It's like basically what happens. Like what Bituin said, she turns it into a pie.
Mm. All right. And so far, the things that you, these are actually real pies, also, right? You made them into like real ones.
We have tried a couple of them.
And-
The other ones we're going to experiment
And
with.
on Thursday.
On Thursday.
And on Thursday.
It'll be pie day.
And hopefully it would turn out real nice. By the way, where can people get like all tickets, information about the show? Do you have like a
I think we're
specific
at-
website they can go to?
As usual, it's on ticketworld.com.ph. Bang, 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 bang.
But if there are show buyers who offer discounts, it's best to visit the Atlantis page on Facebook because all of the buyers post information there.
And have some already bought shows from you?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes,
And
they're
tickets are
moving
going
fast.
fast.
Alright. I can't wait to watch it, and hopefully there's still tickets there. Alright, thank you.
We have a question here from Asti.
Hi, I'm Reyes from Stick.ph. This is for the ladies. See, Waitress is all about woman empowerment, right? So how does your part of the musical tackle those issues about woman empowerment? I mean, how did it show on your role?
Well, I think my character, Jenna's journey, is about finding her strength, finding it back, or getting it back. And yeah, it's about that.
Some people actually don't have the luxury of a second chance. I think that's why Jenna's character is so fortunate to have the gift she has, because it gives her a second chance. In my case, the opportunity never presents itself. So, like I said earlier, having a sense of humor about the circumstances in your life is a very empowering thing. Because it's metanoia. Actually, it's not waiting for your circumstances to change. It's changing how you feel about your circumstances. So that's empowering for me.
One aspect of the show, not directly related to my character, although of course it does involve Dawn, is the show shows women empowerment through the power of sisterhood. These women find strength not just by coming into terms with their own issues by themselves, but they also gain their strength from their friends. Or, these women support each other wholeheartedly, no matter what their circumstances are. And I think that's an extremely empowering part of the show. Yeah.
Thank you. And also about motherhood. I mean,
Yeah.
she talks about her mother a lot. And what else? Be loyal. And
It's generations and generations of the struggle of women and how, you can't go at it alone. You really need the woman next to you, the woman in the next room, the nurse who
Yes,
comes
exactly.
in, who is really there no matter how harsh she can get. She knows what a woman feels. So it's that. We only have each other.
Also, interesting part of the show is that you have very diverse women who are portrayed as having active sexual lives. Right? That's very rare to find in a mainstream musical. And these are diverse women with diverse body types and diverse personalities, and I love that about Waitress.
It's diverse of everything.
Yes.
In one.
Yes, and it's not just diverse, it's also multifaceted. These are full, whole women who take full and whole responsibility over their own choices in lives.
someone asked Kanina, what can you take from the character you're playing? For me, because I'm a realist, which is bordering on being pessimistic. This character is really teaching me how to be more positive and more sunny. So I suppose you find the empowerment in that as well. You feel empowered through that also.
Yeah, because you realize, put in the same situation,
It's great how Jenna just handles these things, right?
I'm learning a lot from her.
We have a last question here from Miss Michelle.
Hi, good evening. Is there any Filipino element that you tweak in this story to make it relatable to the local audience?
Like Ugubay.
No, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We're still building the show. But I'd say whenever we do stagings of shows, of foreign shows here, there's always that I don't know how to describe it.
Underlying element.
There's that giggle, there's that pitik that gets added just because, from us,
Yeah.
I feel. So I guess if anything, it's that.
I think to respect the writers as well. We try to stay as true to the material as much as we can. But because these writers write about universal truths that apply to any race, any age, it's not a big leap to say, oh, that's Filipino, but actually it's Midwestern, red state. It's still the same feelings human beings go through. It's the human experience.
Yes, sorry, may isang last question from EBS, from Carl.
Hi. There's a lot of excitement about your show and a lot of expectation for Joanna and Bibo since your characters were played by Jason Mraz and Sarah Reyes. How has this affected you, if it has? And, you know, is it something that motivates you? Because there, of course, there's an expectation since it was a well-lauded show in Broadway.
Yeah. No, we're just excited. I think. And as far as whoever preceded us in these roles, the thing that stuck out to me is I mentioned him earlier, because I'm a huge geek like Maronne is, and Nathan Fillion portrayed Dr. Palmer in the movie. So not that I don't have a great respect and regard for Jason Mraz and whoever else may have played him in the musical, but I'm very honored to be playing a role that Nathan Fillion originated in a film.
I mean, I'm excited too to be playing, the leading lady of Dr. Palmer, Bibo, people will always compare, of course, and I've had that all my life, but you just do your own thing and interpret it your own way, and this is what we are doing. We were staying true to what we believe is right, is the correct interpretation for us, that works for us. So, that's how I've always done it.
Okay, thank you so much.